Hey, how's it going? My name is Repudiator, and I am streaming a mistake, or a cry for help, or something else. I have, quite frankly, I'm not exactly sure what this is. That really is absolutely informative to those that want to intensely study this. I don't know. I figured that, you know what? I've somehow ended up in the highest echelons of the military simulation in the Dark Winter server for season 2 of the whole shebang breakout. So I'm just like, gee, you know what? I might as well take the opportunity while I still have the spare collapse to do so to give you a glimpse what what it's like inside the mind of a player who has ended up spending way too much collapse, way too much real life money, and way too much parts of his present day memory and strategic mind into bloody gacha PvP. Because it's not worth it. But god damn it, I'm somehow sucking myself into doing it, so I will take the opportunity of today, of all days, while I'm somehow still in the top 10. I don't know how, at least I was like 5 minutes ago when I bothered checking. To be like, you know what? Screw it. Let's let people watch on and see what it's like for a top 10 player to mauled cope and seize over military simulation. Which you should not do if you are clearly, sane and rational. Don't mauled over this. Don't become me. But I am me, and I have coped season malding. So that's the plan. That's the game plan. And quite frankly, I'm just waiting until the daily reset ticks over in a couple minutes' time to beat up the game, and then you will all have a glimpse into the mind of a top 10 player who is making sane and rational decisions with his class pieces, and should totally be followed for his sane and rational spending advice. Because I'm looking at my credit, am I paying 4 bills? Yep, I have been very sane and very rational. Completely. Totally. It's probably a cry for help, quite frankly, but, you know, screw it. This is a money-making opportunity, goddammit, so I'm doing it. I'm making it. Got another 2 minutes. Should probably my mouse over the launcher so that I can jump right into the server and start playing for you guys, because yeah, we might as well do that. Once a couple more minutes tick by for the reset. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I can't exactly have the game open. I mean, I could have the game open, I suppose, but it's gonna like kick me back out when it says, "Oh, new date information rolled over" and all that stuff. So I'm just like, that's why I currently just have the background and the chat box on the side there, just to preempt everything. Also, there may be a lot of fan noise. I blame playing on a laptop, which has a terrible tendency to want to trip a thermal protection frequency and kill all my USB power, which makes playing, after that happens, a pain in the ass. So I may have to... So either A, I suddenly stop speaking and the stream the stream will die probably if that happens, but or you'll just suddenly hear a lot of fan noise. Take a gamble. Anyway, it's 6:59 here. I think we can probably stop the game.
Frontline 2 Exilium.
Thanks, Segstans. Anyways, wait for it to tick over first. Wait for the hour to tick over. Let me move the window slightly. And we wait. So if anyone I might lower the game volume slightly if anyone needs to hear the game more. Tell me in chat. Because I've not streamed it forever, so... Oh! 7 o'clock, let's go! Let's get in there, let's show you some military simulation, malding, coping, and seizing. And clearly sane gameplay. Oh god, it's struggling. What the fuck? Oh god, it's a mistake. No. I don't care for the new events. We're not doing this shit. I'll do all that later. We're going right in here and we're going right into our first match of the day, folks. No sane person ever deals with all the other shit early. Why are you doing that immediately? Bugger that. We go right in there. We go straight into this real sim. You ain't got no time for any of the other shit. You ain't got no time for this. And now I gotta deal with checking this guy's aura because... Let's have a look here. 100% crit rate. Pain. Alright. So here's our grand issue. I can't stand on the left side because that swirl me will immediately shield me. So I am forced to park on the right here and hope to God that... Well, actually, wait a minute. That alpha's going to move out then. Let me check something here. Cheeky fucker. Alright, I've just double checked a couple of super secret things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wait, it's literally just right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Alright, what I'm gonna do is... a bad call. This is a gamble. This is a fucking gamble. This is a fucking gamble, folks. I cannot push out because that Swami is conveniently placed to, if I push up to these covers here, she will shield. If I were to push over to those there, she will shield. So I have to gamble when I can check this aura before it works up my QJ. That is the kind of gambles you have to keep in mind when you're playing this mode here. So, how'd you marry my shoulder here? Let us go ahead and just... You're likely going to get a support attack off, or it's going to move it, because it's 7 tile attack range. You got 7 tiles, 8 tiles, I think, attack range, so we'll at least get a support attack off, which would be helpful as long as I get the check. I have to hope to get the check. So I need Maki to immediately go into check mode. My alpha's not going to be able to do a whole lot this turn, quite frankly. I mean, she could push up into this corridor here. Would Aura be able to? Sorry. This is what top gaming is, folks. Counting tiles. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could park there. I am not going to. I don't trust myself to. I can't really get a good spot to place this down either. Yeah, I can't. There's no good spots. I'm just going to put down. Yeah. I need to shut this turn no matter what, because I need to check that already. Otherwise, that always going to come and one tap my QJ. Granted, the reason I have my QJ as my flank toward the center is I can actually afford to lose my QJ. I can't really afford to lose a lot of other units for the checking. But I successfully checked that Ulrid. So now we're in the game, folks. We're in the game. After checking the Ulrid, now we can actually try and have a bit of fun. Which have fun, we have to figure out how to disable that check up there. I can't really disable that check up there, unfortunately. So, we double choose. So we are forced to consider the following options. I either sit on my ass, which is quite frankly, and not well. The check is not going to cost me that much shield. I can't really get rid of the marker right now, unless you can move up, but you're not going to be able to move that far up. I kind of screw myself a little bit here, because unfortunately the alpha is going to immediately do a combo if I push up anymore. Because she's programmed to use her ultimate combo whenever a target was in 8 tiles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Unless I just shove everyone into the corridor here. We're in a slightly precarious situation, or I just forced to tank some hits. Quite frankly, I may just be forced to tank some hits. And that's unfortunately what a lot of this mode comes down to. It's just, oh god, you have to hope to god you can take a couple of hits, heading your way. Because I don't think there's a way for me to really get out to this, really score any more hits on valuable targets. Because, for shits and giggles, because I'm pretty sure this Stormy would have the key for, yeah, she stops a one-hit kill with that key there, so there is. So even if I were to move Maki on up there, pop a few shots in, well, it's worthwhile to get rid of that effect, just eliminate it entirely, and it doesn't cost me that much in terms of the shield, so I might as well do it. I'm just worried an alpha's just gonna run into my face and whack me. I don't want that. I don't have any turns left of the check room to do so. So there's an argument I should just make a target-rich environment. So the AI can just think, oh, a QJ is here, I'll just go and attack her instead. And mine is rather robust, more than she ever needs to, has any right to really be. So, I think I will do that. Can't attack anything this turn, but I'd rather... I'm forced to take some hits, so let's just set up for an attacking phase next turn. That's all I can really do right now, quite frankly, is just set up, move some units around, and prepare to attack on the subsequent turns. I don't need to do that. And normally Stormy's better off just parking in the corner there. And I might as well do this just to get rid of that initial key, that initial revival key. So, can't score a kill, but what the hey. I'm just supposed to sit here and... Oh, I forgot I still do have checking powers. Never mind. Well, that alpha will now be dead. Please die. Good, it's dead. And now my life's a lot easier. And because I have a V3 Mackie, three checks. So I've now won this match. And that's good, because I've taken way too long to explain things, so I should be really speed running my way through the match. I shouldn't be wasting any time in this in the slightest. Boom, 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 match, match, match. That's how a real top 10 player plays. There is none of this waiting around, debating severely on the real values of each and every move you make. There's only mashing forward furiously until you get ahead and win. And keep winning. And keep winning some more. On to our next match versus Jaichi, who does not have a null rid, so I can immediately begin thinking about my moves a bit more efficiently and right to immediately deal with a null rid. So, what do we got here? We have QJ all the way over there. That's not a concern. Alpha's there. Okay. Well, first off, I'm going to do my usual setup. I have a standard formation. Let me double check something. Alright, double checked. So, here's how a match with an alpha on that spot specifically there tends to play out. You move your Maki up to this forward cover here. Go on and begin checking it. Probably move a QJ over to there. Kind of shows everyone parks. If anyone parks on that tile over here, then you can either knife them, but you can also just guarantee the support attack. So, always very nice. Let me move my alpha up forward a bit so I can just push that flank next turn. And then I move my Somi last, but you go ahead and we exploit a small a not well documented property of Suomi's shield capability here, because compared to the actual sign of the snowflake, there are freeze tiles that can apply with this, and they extend on the diagonals. So by placing a shield there, you can put a freeze tile and damage any unit that's parked here, but also apply a freeze tile there. And the AI likes to park on that tile, so it's always a very useful little bit of shield placement there. And if the AI parks on that tile, they get a weakness to ice, which means usually Maki is quite effective at checking it. So as you see, I was able to immediately check that alpha. I'm not checking that Conjure doesn't get checked because of the ability there, but I am not that worried about it, because literally just a matter of... because it's not a priority right now. Quite frankly, Alpha can just move up and whack her. Right now, I'm concerned about just gonna soften up this Suomi a little bit. She's gonna get her shield off next turn, but let me spin the camera back around. I'm not that worried about it. We can just move QJ there for a subsequent assault next turn. Actually, no. Let's do a little something here. Just guaranteed. Let's just confirm a kill. Let's just be an asshole, quite frankly. We will move Suomi up there, and then I will use Alpha's ult, guarantee a kill. Guarantees that kill, so now we move across up here. I will reserve my next attack unless... yeah. Could be nice, but there's not enough health attacks in it. I might just park up there, wait my next turn out. Because I got a devious little strategy for that. Then we'll just have QJ use up the last stack of that. And now we'll see what the Maki does. Because quite frankly, Suomi's just going to move out and shield. Whenever you see the game hang like this for a little bit, that's the AI Suomi trying to figure out where best to use the shield. It's decided right there. Which is good for me, because that doesn't mean Alpha or Suomi have a freeze weakness right now. So I will now get whacked. But he used load and move tactics, so I am completely fucking fine. And now we have a little bit... actually, well, first off, let's move Suomi up first. Little cheeky, a little bit dangerous doing this, but actually, let me double check something. Where is support action? You don't tell me what the fucking tiles of that is. I believe it's weirdly like, well, it should be like 6 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing a dumb move, folks. We're doing a very dumb move because fuck it. My Stormy will tank the hit if that Macchiato fucking shoots her. So fine by me. Let's just do a weird and funny little tactic, which may, for all I know, throw egg in my face. I will use my move here. Maybe I won't actually. Maybe that's actually a terrible move. Oh god, that's actually a terrible move. Plan B! Plan B, we're doing this. I should have checked my keys beforehand, actually. Do that. Because I have the 1 key on Alpha, I can. Stormy is now stunned, so she can't even bother healing this turn. So I can be a little dangerous. Be a little dangerous. That's quite dangerous. That is quite dangerous. Let's not do that. I can't get rid of that. I might as well just kill off the Stormy this turn, and I'll deal with the Maki's turn after. Move the QJ up there, and then my turn. And we should have this all wrapped up next turn. And I got my QJ. It's a shame, but I'll be fine. I can be extremely fine. Because now he just walked into Swolby's flanking range, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Can't really. Alpha can't move because she's frozen, so I'll just whack her with the most powerful attack available. That breaks the shield, which is very nice. And now we're just gonna whack the enemy Maki with my Maki, and we win. Alright, that's match 2 of 14, because I didn't get a. Oh, maybe we'll get a 15th one, I'm not sure. Match number 3. Alright, Ulrid, Mosin, Sabrina, and Suomi. I've not gone up against many Mosins, so I have to develop sort of a newish strategy. Unfortunately, I've got a very easy first move I can make, so let us do that. So, because they have an Ulrid up there, I have to immediately move into check it. So I will go ahead and put Maki on this tile. Arguably, sometimes it's like, oh, maybe I'm better off putting her on the outside flank. No, I'm really better off having Maki not be the one targeted by the ultimate of Ulrid. So that's why I choose to do that. Now, I want to make sure the Ulrid does not just go swing over here and whack Alpha. So normally I would push up that corner. I'm not going to. Instead, I will just have a park back here. I will move Suomi up though. There's no reason not to move Suomi up because the Ulrid would possibly decide to instigate her attack from that square there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That square will become a frozen tile after this shield placement. And Maki will check her with her shield element check. The Ulrid becomes weak to freeze, and therefore that maximizes my chance of checking this Ulrid before it has a chance to get a free kill. Fortunately, that did not happen, but my follow-up attack did successfully do that, so there we go. So now we move my Maki up there, because I could turtle a little bit, actually. Hold on, let's do a bit of towel math here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit devious here, I think. Let's just drag the whole map around to us. Why the hell not? We're gonna move around like this. Yeah. Move up to there. It's for me thonking hard. I'm pretty sure I'm less certain what all possible turn 2 moves are, but it took a while to thonk. Decided, nah, I'm not doing this. So now let me just go ahead and get rid of it. So now no shields. Very nice. So now we can proceed I mean, I'll have to deal with that Spas over there, but... And that, you know, that Mosin can be an issue, but... We've got a couple of options. I will pull around and park there. There is one combination that can fail my plans right here now, and that would be if the Mosin goes first, which it didn't, so that's fine. Are you gonna paralyze someone? No, you don't. Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna say, if they paralyze Suomi, problem. She didn't. Then I don't have a problem. I probably should have actually just moved on. I should have moved on a different tile to better use her support attacks. But oh well. Let us. What kind? What's available for me to do? I can probably. Yeah, let's do that. Just confirm. I can confirm a few kills here. Yeah, I'm out of kills. Actually, since I know that you attack more than the for critical hits, you deal more damage you see in the preview. So it's like there's no reason for me not to just take that, and I should be able to finish Sabrina this turn. There's no reason I can't just kill her now. Tank the hit, but it's like you get exposed. Move one tile up, so I'm actually flanking in the quote-unquote flanking, and then boom, dead. Destroyed. Anyway, let's continue. I still have another free ticket available, so we shall continue our conquest, our mighty conquest of glory. What we got now is... I mean, they're all on that side, so I'm... No. I will not put any use on that side, and I'll instead keep to the left, because for now there's literally no reason for me to not do that, so I might as well... Should I even, like, bother... I'm trying to think what I even should activate checking this turn or not. Yeah, they can't all get to me this turn anyway. Yeah, better off. It's better safe than sorry, honestly. As long as you're moving around, like it's not really that much of a problem in the grand scheme of things. So I will put Suomi. Let's move Alpha. You know, I got an idea. Let's do this. But I will reserve my Suomi shields for now. I won't bother using them just yet. Right, so they do move Suomi first. So that's one thing you gotta keep in mind of, is whether was there like a random popping sound for some reason? What the fuck? That was weird. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that is a concern you gotta worry about at times, is whether the Suomi moves first. Because they move first, and then any damage you do on the turn largely is immediately nullified. So you have to start considering, well, can the Suomi come at me and whack me with a shield? And they think, as we saw last match, they thunk really hard on this question. So much so that I think I should be able to just park back over here and... Yeah. I'm just mindful that Spas moving in too quickly, because you don't want her to use... Because she'll have the key that applies taunt. She does not have the key that applies taunt. Never mind. My concern is awaged, I guess. Yeah, we'll just park back over here. What I was concerned about is whether the Spas would just charge on in and taunt us all. Because in that case, I need to keep the shield up my sleeve, and I need to have enough points to up my sleeve in order to actually clean off the taunt. Which doesn't even have that, so I'm literally, I might as well use up my turn this turn, while they all keep piling in, to get his shields up, and then I'll whack next turn. But if they had taunt, then your like turns that you want to shield and not shield, start having to worry a little bit about what the complex economy on Suomi is, because you kinda need to be able to heal off the taunt. And if you can't do that, then you're kinda in a pretty heaty situation. Just saying. So anyway, I cannot support attack to Suomi. Well, I can, but that's a pretty nasty exposed position. But it could work in a pinch. I'll think about that. What I do want to do, I just want to get rid of the alpha. Not the alpha, the spas, quite frankly. Like, if there's a unit that's gonna possibly cause me issues, it's this weed AoE, it's her. Let's do that. And with any luck, I actually should be able to... I can kill off this turn. I'm gonna do what's called a dumb move, quite frankly. Do a very dumb move. Like, no sane person should be doing this. And exposing my alpha to their alpha. Well, actually, that's in support range though, so actually... Hold on, wait a minute, let's double check some keys, because as you cope and see them while you always want to be... Aha! Doesn't have the sun protection, so I can just go ahead, because the support attack from Swami is over there, I can go ahead and get the... Alright, hopefully we're back, folks. Yeah, the issue that I foresaw would happen, which is my USB power on my PC deciding to fucking shit itself, has happened, so I'm gonna go max blast those fans. Oh, because yeah, I see that my temps are really toasty, so let's do that. So apologize for the fan noise now. I don't have an actual PC, so that's on me and my voice. Anyway, let's just go ahead and finish that Suomi, or at least damage it sufficiently. It's not a finishing shot. Actually, can I finish it off, please? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to eat a little bit of shit from this alpha, but I'm not hurting that bad. And honestly, I'm going to win next turn, because it's going to fucking die next turn. I forgot I had a macchiato. Whoops. Anyway, so let me just go ahead and get rid of this first. Let me demonstrate the strategy I used beforehand. Can I get into a shitty sniper match? Yeah, I'll get into a shitty sniper match. Let me just score the kill, honestly. Score the kill, get rid of this. You know, just was in a pelting mood against each other. They're always just pelting back and forth, again and again. Yeah, sometimes what the end of these matches can turn into is just a who can pelt each other's units the most. You gotta chase down that one unit across the whole map. Just gonna shield up because I can, and I might as well tank the hit from a wall. Well, she shielded up on a freestyle. She's weak to freeze. about freezes. I guess I'll check her while I was checking everything else. There's a weird... There'll be some sort of weird collection of qualities. I'll find the right words to say at some point, I swear. Alright, well, I can do this and eat a little bit of shit, but while shield is down, so And she tried to attack, so Stormy attacked, and then because of support, and because Stormy support attack comes before any checking, and yada 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 yada. Yada yada. Anyway, now we come to the irrational choice of the day: is do you spend 50 class pieces per pass on this mode? Absolutely. Why the fuck wouldn't you? Fucking moron! If you're coping and malding and seething over combat simulation, you spend those class pieces. You buy into this mode. God damn it! What is you gonna use those pieces for, huh? You gonna make sane and rational choices like pooling? Pooling's for why would you pool? You fool! Just spend all your collapse on this mode. A fool if you don't. Anyway, let's begin our match here. I'm gonna move forward and set up a check. I am tempted to move QBZ onto that tile, but I'd rather park her here. My guy was gonna probably park on that square there, so might as well park her there. Get ready to just knife next turn. I move my alpha up to there. Just looking to start assaulting that position, and then I will move Stormy there. Put on. I'm trying to think what, because it's fast up on that tile. This shouldn't really matter all that much. So let's just do that. Stormy thunks and tries to figure out where I can place the shield. It can't. Perfect. No check's gonna happen right now, but this is fine. This is very fine. That is not fine. If I can, I would like to... Yeah, well, I'll just get rid of that Spas this turn, because I can't get rid of that Stormy this turn. I'd be more... Let me double check the Spas. Does she have the taunt key? She does not, but I'll just get rid of it anyway. Just remove one level of checking from the enemy team. No reason not to. QBZ can go ahead and knife. Nearly gets rid of that entire shield, but if she pops the crit, then it would get rid of the shield, which would be very nice. She gets the crit, and now we are able to just move on forward in that position. And that gives me ideas, folks. This gives me ideas. The action. So if even a Swarmy can kill that, probably because of the support attack from the QJ park right there, being able to attack 7 tiles directly through the shipping containers into that corner there. I actually want to move my Swarmy there and just pelt their Swarmy a little bit, just for fun. As one does. Go ahead and do that. Now I just want to move forward with my alpha and just charge the enemy position. Just move on forward. Give her that wah. Move into this cover. Use supernova in. Actually, let me double check. Is this protected against stun? She is not protected against stun, so I am completely free to just go ahead and supernova impact with the support attack from Swarmy. And I just scored a kill. So I guess the support. Alright, the support attack must have proc the reliable chip. So if it hadn't treaded, then it would just stun the Swarmy and prevent her from shielding up. So now I can just assault the enemy position. Really. And score the win. And we keep on going, folks. It's been half an hour past the server daily reset, but you don't stop. You never stop. You keep burning through those 10 tickets, or 5 if you let fully recharge before you start the day. Oh my god, most powerful defense ever. 1 level 20 Papa Shah. Holy shit, how the fuck do I stop this? Oh my god, I'm gonna use my most tactical minds on this. It's like shit, the city guard. Why did it hang for a moment? That's weird. Anyway, the most powerful unit, clearly the city warden. Oh, just look at him, that clearly recolored Sanguis Deadeye. Most powerful unit ever. I think this guy's just been like, oh, PvP the fans. They wanted to actually have a Papa Shah. I'm sorry, my dude. Let me just go ahead and. Oh, I'm gonna get flack for this, aren't I? I'm gonna get flack for this. Yeah, let me just go ahead and just shield up because the Facility Warden is the most powerful unit in the game, clearly. So I'm gonna have to yeah, shield up turn 1 and prepare to eat quite a significant amount of damage because look at why is it went over there to charge up its more powerful attack. I can clearly never win this fight, and oh my god, this was it's a challenging battle. The real test of my technical acumen. Holy shit, folks. That was the most challenging 9 points I ever earned. Okay, all joking aside, like, I suppose in theory the whole put a useless unit on defense is a theory. Hasn't worked. Anyway, let's continue beating up poor souls for the sake of a demonstration by a very sane man who's coping with his credit card bill. Some of the credit cards just paid for. I don't have enough credit cards. Anyway, take a note of every team. Spas is all the way over there. QJ's all the way over there. I double check something here. I push up. Yeah, I push up. Yes, I'm free to push up this turn, and there's not a lot I'm worried about. So, I mean, I probably should just move up and start checking anyway, because depending on how far the AI moves their units, like it's always worthwhile just to not waste your turn, waste the check turn like I am right now, a little bit, kinda. I'll put Swami there. I'm not gonna shield up there. I have no reason to. Nothing can attack me this turn, so I got no reason to apply any turn 1 shields. A lot of stuff is an expectation here. I don't think I can pop off any attacks though, unfortunately. Nah, I can't. So, what I might as well just do is just set up, whack the Suomi, get rid of its revive key, because everyone else has to pile down this center corridor just to whack me with hits. So I have literally no reason not to pack Maki on that corridor and just, have everyone else prepared to protect her. Move Alpha up there. Should possibly get whacked by the Maki from that corner, but like if almost again with like the ass told me like puts a shield down here, just because. Oh nope, you're not moving there. So we're gonna go ahead and just shield up because we are gonna eat a little bit of shit this turn, so we might as well prepare ourselves for it. And then let's see how the cards play out. Okay, Stormy moves first, which is usually the hot defense tip. If you're gonna try and mold over defense, Stormy moving first is usually the best option. So that QJ tried to launch an attack and got whacked pretty badly. Alright. Let us move Stormy up first, because we can start doing some devious little plays. She'll move up. Actually, no. No, actually, no. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Gonna go ahead and knife this Swami first. At least, what's the knife range? You know that's QJ's support attack range. You know you guarantee a support attack when you can in knifeable range with her. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. I don't really want to push Swami any further up because she's gonna get whacked by anything next turn. So just go ahead and move up to that spot. So technically they're flanking the enemy Swami. Get some hits off on the Swami. Fortunately, don't get the kill, so I'm gonna probably have Maki attack her. But look, getting rid of Swami is fine. Like I'd rather just confirm the kill. I can move on to the back row here. This would be a dumb move, all things considered, kinda. I'm gambling. I'm not going to take too much hit from the criticals that this Maki likely does. So back, let's gamble. It's a gacha game. We're always gambling. I took the gamble and it paid off immensely. Secured the crit hits and disabled it. Well, I mean, my goal was to disable the shield just to stop the checking power. But I just scored the kill anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. So I get a feeling I'm gonna probably get whacked by the Spas this turn, so let's. And I can't get a support attack off with a stun, so let me just go ahead and just do that. She does do that attack, but it even it did stun my Maki, but I don't need to worry about it. She can't move. I do not need to worry about it. Just go ahead and use Fusion and win the match. Let's keep going. Let's break that 600 point barrier. Gotta keep going. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep getting to the top of those damn leaderboards. Because that matters severely. Don't you know that this only the true best of players are rank highly on the military simulation leaderboard. What we got here? It's only on that position. Lotta, Alpha, and Wa. Really, the best option is just I could try an egregious play that would involve just trying to do a same side assault, but I don't really want to do that. So let us just do a much safer option. Let's just set up over here. Triple check a file here. Excellent. So now, based on my calculations, I should be able to just push up, and this Storming will not be able to shield me at all this turn. So I'm free just to move up, prepare to check. Cause I do expect the Alpha to maybe push out and try and attack. Maybe that Lord is going to try and push out for an attack. Not 100% sure. They will in turn too, like most likely. But I'm not going to take my... I'm going to be on the safe side. I'm just going to... I will do a couple of bit of pushing around here. I will actually apply shields a turn early. I'm going to put them up here because that's what I used to park up on the back row here. So no reason not just to drop shields down, put them on the back row, and then we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, the back row is not really top on a freeze tile, but that's fine. That is very fine. What I want to do now is, unfortunately, it didn't line up in tandem with the QJ, but I have ways around this. Dumb ways around this, but ways around this. What I will do is move my Maki up, and I'm taking jack all damage from that check, so this will work out perfectly. Move my Maki up. She gets whacked. But even better, I was expecting to have to use QJ to secure the shield disable. She can get a fucking kill if she gets scores to crit. Let's have a look. And she misses the crit. Whatever. What I was going to do actually was a possibly stupid move, but it would be a very interesting move. I'll just sort of move a few pieces around first, just for the hell of it. I think it'll be a very easy match. Here's my grand scheme. I was actually going to move Alpha first. Actually, we're going to move Alpha just to confirm the kill on the Maki. Just remove it from the field. I was going to see whether I could kill the Somi this turn. I don't think I can. Yeah, nah, I can't. There's no point. No use to worry about that. I'll just get rid of the Lauder. Then I can probably tank whatever hits that Alpha has. Yep, so I'm going to go shield us down first. So I'll probably, if that Alpha is still in checking range, well she is. Yeah, I can tank these very easily. Nearly scored the complete kill. Ah, I'm stunned. Oh, bugger. I've used my own strategy used against me. Urgh. Truly vile and evil. Anyway, let's just end this turn. Wa's stuck, so she can just... Oh, actually, that's slightly... Alright, let's, I guess we're going to do the old run around the map. Or rather just go and delete a Swami from the map by running around it severely. Yeah, I'm just gonna confirm the kill on the Alpha just to get rid of it. Yeah, is there a fucking cockroach for me? Fucking cockroach! Bugger off! Shoot! Vile bug. Anyway, after the cockroach attacked me. What can I do? What's my best? I mean, I could honestly just whack. Just gonna whack the Swami, whack it some more, whack it good. You can't heal itself until next turn when it applies a fresh set of shields. So, and I'm good this turn. I can just go ahead and block this creature off and win. See, a sane person would be like, stop there and thinking, yeah, this is enough. You don't need. Why do you keep doing this? Stop it. Save your sanity. Why do you keep doing more? Why would I stop? Why would you stop this? Why would you stop playing military simulation? What the fuck's wrong with you? You keep going. You keep bloody going, don't you know? You keep pressing the offensive. You keep climbing those leaderboards. You keep doing it. And hubris will eventually come and smite me down. Anyway. We got an all red. But I'm not worried about the placement and everything else. And swimming on that side. So, yeah. It's just... I'm a little worried with the game keeping sort of in a phase like that. So... yeah, the Elred's going to attack me immediately. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about this. So he wanted to attack us from a favorable position. I mean, quite frankly, I should just push up and just... Yeah, I'm better off just doing that, for the love of God. I am better off just doing that. I still would want the Elred to attack my QJ, just because if I leave my Macchiato exposed, I'm more fearful of not being able to win the match afterwards. So I much rather prefer my QJ being the exposed flank to the Elrids. But we shall. And usually I do know that Elrids usually prefer aiming for targets that they think they can score a kill on. So that's why I'm like, oh, you know, better just flip my usual positions here. I will also go ahead and throw down some ice tiles along here, because I probably am going to need it. That one's just going to attack somewhere along this vertical line here, so... first, I'm going to park Alpha over here, because I highly doubt the Elred's going to be doing any... If I park her there, Elred could run out and whack that way, so let's just... So it's better off for me to park Alpha there, and then we'll go ahead and put a shield down there. Well, that will enable the maximum. Well, that should hopefully catch the Elrid on a tile, force it to gain a nice weakness, and then we can check it before it lays down any attack that can severely debilitate me. Unfortunately, it did have the revive key, but support attack saved me. So that is one key takeaway you can have from this. You really want to make sure your QJ is set up to support attack, to remove Elrids from the field. Because if they're set with the revive key like that one is, then if you don't have a subsequent support attack, you're kind of fucked. Thankfully, I, had enough means to be able to apply it. So now what I will do is, yeah, fuck it. I'll just move my QJ up, knife that marquee, get rid of the shield, get rid of checking. It's got a tank to hit, but then that stops the checking, so I can just then move on up and... Let's see, well, Alpha can't do anything, because I've just sort of moved her off the side of the map here. I might as well just move her there, I guess? Yeah. Not a lot you can really do right now. I can set up... Hoping for the Marquee to... Well, if I can just have Stormy kill off that enemy Marquee, then I can do so entirely. Yeah, no reason not to. Move from the map, move up, and then get rid of the Alpha. Yeah, sure, what, I don't know. Because likely, I could go try to pick up the Stormy, but there's literally no reason not to. That's the only thing left on the map that I can just chase it down and hunt down the finish, and secure our victory and domination over this map. Okay, so let's just sort of... I can't apply any more support attacks. Might as well just do common rail, just to get that basic full attack boost going. Shits and giggles, let's... yeah. Let's just go ahead and put some shields down on top of the enemy swarming because we fucking can. Then we're gonna go ahead and move. Yeah. And there you go, won another match. Oh, 1 point off that 100, folks. Oh, sorry, that 600, folks. One more match and I get that 600. Which means I'm gonna get bloody kill off this match. 45, it's like Rosa, Lotta, Stormy, and Maki. Alright, let's get into this. What we got up there? So immediately we like it's a general rule of thumb that, and I feel like maybe well understood, but by now, but in case you don't understand it, usually you want to spawn opposite the enemy swarming side. Because usually, I mean, it depends on the swarming's individual position, but usually they can't get you if you try to spawn on the opposite side from where they spawn. Now, if we get hyper technical, technically speaking, if you play too aggressively and depending on when the enemy swarming is, then you can still be shielded on turn 1. But in most cases, if you play smart and in most positions, you should be able to avoid having turn 1 shield. I'm just going to do a standard setup here. And I'm actually going to push heavily. I'm not shielding up this turn because nothing can attack me this turn. So I can just go ahead and push up heavily on the left side. Push up the left flanks. Cause I want to try and go as far up this flank as I can. So I can try and get around any enemy unit and just stroll on over there and try and do something. Unfortunately, none of them did, so really all I'm waiting for is that's somebody to move to really that square specifically. And then I don't know. So really I might as well just move up here, whack the swarmy, disable the revive effect so next time I get her down to that low of HP. I'm guaranteed the kill. Have QJ just use the rest of her stacks there. Move some. Actually, I will move Alpha up to the cover there. I'll leave my Stormy planted there, but I will apply the shields to that tile there. Even though it's probably gonna be overwritten by the. Yeah, I will. It's gonna be overwritten by the enemy's shield flake when they have their turn. So I should have moved it 1 tile down in theory, but I'm. It won't really matter because I'm expecting it to override my tiles. Well, technically I would have benefited, but oh well. Well, what the bad thing was the Groza took us to try and do a grenade bombardment on presumably only 1 target, but I got checked, so it doesn't matter to me. So what we shall now do is move our Stormy up here, pelt the enemy Stormy real good. The Maki and the Lotta back there just parked up doing nothing, which is the problem with some of these spawn locations, is that if you leave it to their own devices, sometimes they just won't do anything, which is a real shame. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and because I've really got nothing better to do. I might as well just go ahead and keep pushing the assault. There's literally no reason for me not to. The next patch of cover, and then we'll see what the Lotta will do. Fortunately, I can't check it because my turns run out on it, but I'm not expecting to be hurt that badly by everything, so I'm all good. Stormy is frozen and cannot move, but I will might as well just burn up another shield. Why the hell not? It's a bit extra insurance against the Macchiato, even I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill it this time. Considering I still have my bonus 10 in reserve, and never mind, I'll win this entire match this turn. Excellent, above 600 points. And world number 1, this is a recorded fact. I am world number 1, Dark Winter number 1, folks. Excellent, everyone loves to see some guy malding so severely over bloody gacha PvP that had to be, for some brief second at a time, world numero uno. Yes, entirely. Indeed, indubitably. Anyway, let's keep going on. Well, I guess I did use up more class pieces to buy more tickets. Why? Because I fucking can. Anyway, let's keep going on. I want to double check that Mosin. Unfortunately, that's one like random feature that I wish was in this mode. Is to be able to check the fortification of units. Because if this Mosin is fortification 4, I believe, or above, she can apply some mad fucking paralysis, and you don't want that. You do not want paralysis applied to you. It is not good, not nice. So don't do that. So, but I'm not expecting to deal with it because it's parked all the way over there. So I could play a really aggressive opening if I wanted to, because all the units are over there. And that Spas won't be moving into the corner cover, so I have no reason to put QJ on that tile, so let me just go ahead and just bum rush up the flanks. I don't understand why sometimes the extra movement speed, I fucked up a little bit there, but whatever. I done goofed. Minor error. But I should be fine. In fact, I'll be triply fine actually if I think about it, because that does she have the taunt key? She does. So, but like, I don't really have any reason why she can't. If I move back to this tile, she can't even do it. So, like, I'll literally just move back here, because that is the one thing I'm little like. I don't want to push up too far too early to face is the taunt. Like that is the worry. If you're a hardcore player of military simulation, you have to worry about some fast taunting. So I will just go ahead and shield up this turn just to buy myself an extra turn in case I don't feel the spas next turn. Because I don't want to be dealing with being taunted on an off turn. And you know, dealing with the initial damage spike and all that other shit, so I can't really apply any support attacks this turn, unfortunately, due to my rather defensive approach. I have a dumb idea though. Like I can. It's a very dumb idea. It's a very dumb idea. It's a stupidly dumb idea. Oh, this is the thing. I'll get rid of this spas first. Now, fuck it. Let's go. Let's see if we can get rid of the fucking sewing first. If I can get the extra crit damage, it'd be nice. Right. Well, I have slightly stuck in myself. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. Yeah. Made a bad call. Made a bad gamble. Yeah. Yeah, I may have snuck in myself. I was hoping to be able to kill that Stormy off this turn. But I cannot apply any attacks from using my Tololos, so... Like, there is the option as going in on that, but I don't want to do that, so... I will spend my turn back here. pain. That Spas is going to go ahead and taunt, as I predicted. So I have to shield immediately. I got no choice in the matter. I had to shield up immediately, just to clear away this taunt. Does buy me a little bit of space, so I could delete the Swami, which is a very well. Let's see if I can do. If I can do anything with Alpha, I can. I think I want to take this. Let's just move Alpha along first, because if she can just score a kill off something from on the rear flank, then that'd be nice. Actually, what I'd like to see is if I can. I can't go ahead and just delete the Swami. Not off my own skin for now. But I should be able to stun the spare, so let's go for it. Or just go for the kill straight up. Excellent. Alright, so what else can I be able for me to do? I can move my Maki back there, which is probably the smartest choice, and let's just get rid of Stormy off the field. And then coming around the Maki, yeah, why the hell not? Now, unfortunately, that Mosin on the right flank could. Never mind. I was going to say that Mosin on the right flank could be an issue, but I guess right now I just want to go ahead and punish that Maki, but I can't actually score a reliable set of hits right now from the current position. Marvelous. And I don't want to expose myself. How about we do this? Let's go park in some cover. We're just gonna run away and park in some more cover over here. Unfortunately, that Maki did set herself back up to checking. I had to remove my entire shield, so I am bloody well forced to do nothing but end my turn. And I lose my shield. That's great. Well, there's no point. Ah, so that's why the game was like, oh yeah, you're gonna lose your shield. I thought that was the attack. So that's me. Not knowing the error of my ways. Ah, I can't get the fucking stun out. Yeah, I goofed a little bit here. So let's try to bail myself out of this mess. I'm doing a really stupid play. Stupid play for stupid days. That's a real stupid play. This is the only play I can make. If I can get the crits, that'd be nice. That was very nice. Now I got 3 turns to chase down that Mosin. Let's do it. Just move madly across the map. I'm gonna shield up. Might as well. Stop any errant pot shots from whacking me. Because someone's getting whacked. That's Alpha. Alright. Yeah, Alpha can't do anything. So just gonna park up there and do that. Whereas Maki is gonna run, expose himself a little bit, but it's like another option. And someone's gonna move there. And we can now end this match. I'm moving Maki around and whacking it. Excellent.
これで好きなことをする時間ができ
How many tickets we got left? 3 more tickets. 3 more battles, folks. 3 more battles. You'll love to see it. We got Swami, Lotta, Sabrina, Macchiato. Alright. Where's this guy? Placed him. He placed him over there. That is, what is that position? Turns like 2. Alright. Let us go ahead and just do a standard opening. I have no reason to be fearful of any attacks on turn 1, but I do kind of... I will just use my turn, as I think I've said several times by now. I might as well do the watch up on... Do the Overwatch on turn 1, because, like, no reason not to. Like, if I prepare for turn 2 shenanigans. But if I'm going to move forward on turn 2, I might as well attack first. So, and that's how I sort of reason through it. And now we shall carry on. I will move Alpha up to the rear, back here. I don't see any reason not to really, so... Slightly overexposed, but I'm not that fussed. Take a potter at the Swarmy just to knock off the key. Use an extra stack of support check. And then I'm gonna move Swarmy here, and let's apply... Yeah, let's do it this way. Couple of moods being played out here, but I'm not that worried. Maybe a little worried. Slight worry, little worry. Yeah, nah. We gotta sort of think our way through this next set of moves now. I think my best option is get rid of the spaz. I can't get rid of the shield right now, so I'm gonna just get rid of the spaz. Okay, attack from this corner, so I'll do it like that. Removes an element of checking. Now in theory, my Maki should be able to whack that Maki with impunity. I think. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and... I could soften it up a little bit, but I can probably just go ahead and try and ensure a Swirl kill first. Can't move, so I think my best option is, yeah. Just get rid of Swirl. I don't want to take that shot first because I can be whacked. Usually you don't want to shield up on turn 3 if you did a turn 2 shield, because you want to have 5 Confectance gauge to shield up with. But I kind of want to play on the safe side a little bit, so I'm going to just use up a single Confector. It's going to push back my total shield economy by turn, but I'd rather play it safe. Make sure my Maki survives the enemy Maki counter. I just want to secure the kill without any worries about the crit damage from that enemy Maki. Well, it leaves is the Lotta, who's going to whack me because I have a lot of units packed up into the corner there. But we should be able to end it this turn. Just go ahead and whack her. And let's continue on. 2 more matches. We got Alpha, Alpha. I think with Macchiato, QJ, and Sawami. Sawami spawning the. It's a slightly cheeky little setup here, because you. But Sawami being there, kind of forced to deal with all this with everyone over here. But we can make this work. We should be able to make this work. I'm gonna put Macchiato there. Give me the most chance to just try and see if I can capture anything with checks on turn 1. Put QJ there. Just prepare some support stacks. Park my Alpha. I don't want to push her up too much, so I'm gonna park mine back there. And our final move is going to be put a shield down there. That will obviously extend a Tice Talon to there, and also Tice Talon to there. So any early aggression will be easily put in our favor. Now we shall see what moves are made by the AI. The Alpha goes first and gets checked immediately. I didn't get the one-hit kill check, but I'm going to go for the second attack, and it will get killed off by that. Unfortunately, going for the setup won't proc a check, but we have our methods. We have our methods, folks. Let's go ahead and knife through the wall. Get rid of the shield, get rid of the check. Boom. I don't think I can really push an assault this turn. Because I banked my Alpha on the back there just to avoid the enemy Alpha trying to attack from further away outside my Maki's checking range. I can play a little dumb here, a little hard and fast, a little loose. I think I will, actually. Just secure that kill, and we'll, might as well just go ahead and come across the map. Score the kill. Now the Stormy's all alone and forced to go ahead and shield us. No, sorry, not shield us, but shield herself and attack us for free. So absolutely dangerous freeze weakness. So I'll now go ahead and apply it. I don't even need to do another shield, quite frankly. Just park my sword right there in front of her face. Whack her. Let's just do a common rail, I think. Yeah. Why the hell not? Do we even need to use Alpha this? Yeah, we don't even need to use Alpha. Alright. Obviously I'm fighting lower ranked people. My point income quite a lot lower. But I've got one final match here, folks. One final match before I used up all my tickets, I think. Unless one recharges while I'm talking. Which is a non-zero possibility of that happening. What we got? QJ, Maki, Swami, and Tololo. I think our best option is just go ahead and do a send the setup here. I'm not sure that QJ is going to go park on that center tile, but in case it is, I'm normally want QJ on that tile there, but I think I'm just better off just going ahead and preparing a stack onto that. Also, the fact is putting her there avoids having to do a weird hopscotch and shuffling people around, so arguably this is my best option, just to, for max, just to pre-planning purposes, depending on how the AI moves. I will move Alpha. You see, sometimes she gets the extra movement speed, sometimes she doesn't. It's very weird. Move her there, because if it does move into that tile, then I can easily just bum rush. And there's no harm not shielding, honestly, so I might as well do it. So I'll do that. Oh, that Maki fucked up. She fucked up real bad. She fucked up real bad. Unfortunately, I do not have the key that allows my knife to hit multiple people, but that wouldn't matter anyway because the range is 7. So doesn't matter. But oh well. Can I even attack the Maki? No, I can't. My own plan's been foiled by the fact that I have my QJ on the tile where I can, in theory, attack attack the enemy Maki. I think. Hold on. 9 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I played myself. I played myself a little bit. But I can still sort of make this work. Yeah, I can make this work. I can make this work. So once you get rid of Maki's checking power, or just kill her outright, that also works too. Like everything else sort of slowly falls into place. Like when we're dealing with a macchiato, which at this point in the game's life cycle, which is during the macchiato event, obviously she's like the hot unit everyone's going for. You're obviously seeing her pretty much everywhere in PvP, and like it becomes a necessary sort of maneuver to do it. I'm gonna push out, honestly, even though I'm not gonna get any checks to. Like, oh, sorry, I thought it was just turn 2 for a moment. It's only turn 2, so I will. If that alpha pops out and wants to try and make a move, well, it's gonna eat a bit of pain. So let's just go ahead and whack the zombie for a little bit of damage. Activate survival key, disables it. Very nice. No other attack speed I'll make though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the stacks, and then the zombie should move first. I'm pretty sure. That's the arrow order. Yeah. So shields will go up, unfortunately, but it's like I got pretty significant advantage in battle right now, so I'm fine. They move out of my checking range, and unfortunate. But I should be able to tank the hits, I hope. That went to checking range. Let's see what our tank second hit. My alpha is stunned. That is unfortunate. It's very sad. Let me just shuffle a few things around here. I think I'm better off just deleting this alpha this turn. I might as well. There's no harm in not deleting the alpha. That will only leave the Suomi. I can just then chase around the map to murder, quite frankly. So let's just go ahead and move QJ onto that tile. And then we can go ahead and knife through the map. Not enough. Yeah, the alpha that will kill though. So let's do clone round then. No, we win for the kill. Get rid of the alpha, and then I can just move Maki up and whack the Suomi for a bit of damage. Won't be enough to do a kill, but we'll kill it next turn. Or kill it this turn. That works too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you proceed their model on the offensive maneuvering on Combat Simulation. And I have successfully managed to be numero uno in Dark Winter. Is there any point to being numero uno in Dark Winter? No? Quite frankly not. Quite frankly, I'm misspeaking of rapid paranoia from the last season, where I spent way too long in the lower ranks and had to burn way too many class pieces to even get up to really above 40%. And really, this mode's fucked, and no sane person should be spending collapse pieces on it. So you should not have done what I did today and spent 500 class pieces on buying 10 bloody passes. And yeah, rank 1, yeah, the hot tip: play on the day of the reset, burn through as many things as possible. You become number 1. You become the top player. If you get onto the board before anyone else, you are then by default number 1. That is entirely how we play the game. That is entirely what you don't do if you are sane and rational, but I'm not sane or rational. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say, quite frankly. And we could try and sit on the defense menu here and begin to think about and deep meanings about what to do, about how to best set up our units on what best tiles coverage can we words out of my mouth. What is the best placement to maximize your potential on turn 1 to combat any enemy aggression? We could do that, but there's a lot of flaws in this due to the AI limitations. So I feel like a large and long discussion on the AI on defense is probably terrible. Like terrible and or really up to a lot of interpretation because, well, be honest, if there's anyone who's going to attack you at my level, like if I go to my match history here, I did see I lost a match to a formation. So it's like press for second place, so there you go. But when you're at the highest rank possible, you only lose 2 points, which is nice. So, which means I'm not bleeding too badly. And what I was going to show was usually what I'm most worried about on the fence is anyone's packing an Ulrid. Let me just go into the leaderboard right now. Let's pick from a random list here from this person. Usually an Ulrid on offense is basically a free kill for anyone who's concerned. Just a free bloody kill. And unfortunately, you know, I didn't buy into the Ulrid hype, so I don't have a C6 Ulrid to just push on in on an offense team and wage a mighty war. If you do have a C6 Ulrid, good job on offense. Just go ahead and ult into the back line and go ahead and score a free kill, because that is the go. That is the go. Wait, did I have a? I just realized was my bloody alerts going off? I was just wondering what those weird sounds were. I haven't been checking. Let's find out. Let me double check my bloody stream elements page. I did not realize. I gotta admit, I forgot I had that enabled. Whoopsie. I have no idea what popped off there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, let me just go through a couple of random notes. First off, if you're a sane person, don't do what I did and spend like mad on these passes unless you have to. Because I had to do this in Season 1 in order to get beyond the bell curve. The reality of combat simulation is that you have to basically, if you want to maximize your points, which I will not be able to, because I cannot fund 28 days worth of this mode. I cannot spend bloody 500 pieces for 28 days straight. I'm not a whale. I've spent too much on this game as it is. But if you want to truly maximize your gains, what you should do is watch for when your daily reset on your server is. For Dark Winter, for me, it's a very convenient 7 o'clock at night. So for me, it's very easy to quickly clock in on daily reset. Obviously, time zones will vary, so for your local Dark Winter or Hal Play server, please sort of check your server reset times. But usually, what you want to do is, on start a new season, have 5 tickets. You actually want to make sure that your tickets are fully recharged before starting your season. And just ram through as fast as possible. You basically you just want to do what I did today and just skip doing any other meaningful thing you do on the dailies and just push. Just fucking push. You push, you push, you push. Because fundamentally this mode's issue is that if you aren't pushing real hard to get ahead of what I call the rat race, but really it's more like a bell curve. If you're not ahead on the bell curve, then you're kind of screwed. Because people behind you will keep nipping at your legs, i.e. whacking your defenses, and you keep being dragged back in. So that's a problem. A problem only solved by being so far ahead that you are outside the range of being really whacked. Now, as we note, I'll still be whacked, albeit by a person on second place, but still. You still get whacked no matter what, and even when I'm logged off to the game, you still get like 1 or 2 attacks. But usually the most active attacks are usually within the 3-hour period of you logging off. Usually that's if you're in a massive clump and you're doing offense, usually around 3 hours you're active in, you'll be attacked. And when you're not on the higher end of the bell curve, well frankly, if you're not top 100, you have to be watching your defense. Like, my defense is not perfect. Like, quite frankly, like I should be getting rid of this alpha and replacing it with Sabrina. But I literally only got Sabrina yesterday off the pulls I won off Endless Productions. So I'm still building that Sabrina. But you really have to, like, if you're what was I trying to say? There is an inherent limitation in the fact that, the mega whales who have a C6, V6, whatever. Sorry, we'll Well, actually, strictly speaking, it should be F6, F6C6 instead of V6R6, because it's fortification and not vertebrae, and it's calibration and not just. I guess R for rank still is a valid nomenclature, but really it should be F number C number for naming the various states of characters and their signature weapons. But that's a me and my pet peeve. But how this game's nomenclature is developed. Any other words I can say? I think I said that if you have a V6 Allred, I've now fallen into the trappings of it. If you have an F6 Allred, there we go. That's the letter you want to use. If you have an F6 Allred, like this guy, or this guy, yeah. Congratulations, you you ignored the advice of everyone who's just playing pure PvE, and you've suddenly bought yourself a ticket to the real PvP, and you can really earn easy wins on offense. You just blink it up, because as I said, you blink it up into the back line, and then boom, victory is assured. Essentially, because then sure they'll attack you, but then you just cloak, or better yet, you get cloaked, and then you'll just heal off any damage you may have received anyway, because you then use your Swami. Like, one big thing is if you don't have Swami, don't touch this mode. Just don't touch this mode. For the love of God, you're not doing like any progress in this mode at all if you don't have Swami. Swami is a must-have for this mode. Really, a B1, fucking hell. F1 is a must-have because you need that heal. You need that global heal. Like, the shield's great and all, but realistically, you need to heal off any extraneous bits of damage you may or may not receive. What else notes can I provide very briefly? I would argue that if you are going to be pulling on Maki while her banner is still up, you want to stop the Fortification 2, because the third counterattack is honestly, while Fortification 1's damage bonus is a must-have in and of itself, the extra counterattack from Fortification 2 further escalates things a lot more and allows it for a hell of a lot more checking. Like, you can check a lot more when you have that third counterattack. So for a value spend, I'd say push up to Fortification 2 and get a signature. I did not listen to my own advice. Went for Fortification 3 because I thought I would side the ball a little bit on the banner, more than I should have. So I did not listen to my own advice, and quite frankly, I'm not sure whether Fortification 3 is really that helpful in my situation. To be perfectly honest, I don't think it is. If you're playing this mode seriously, you need a Fortification 1 Swami at least, a Fortification 2 Maki, and then, well, really, it depends on how you want your offensive approach to be. Like, the units I had from the start were, I got Alpha early, well, actually I got Gun early, then I got her. So I just ended up developing, and I ended up pulling so hard to get on the standard banner just to get the selector, just to get my first QJ. It wasn't a reroller. So I had to use my selector on QJ, but I did, over the past few, pull sessions, have managed to get her to F2, preferably F3 for the overburn support attack. Would be a goal, but I'm not hurting that much. Like, I'm actually, what is her lower fortifications? Let me just double check. Honestly, yeah, F1 and F2 don't really matter. Like, the only major benchmark for F3 is for PvP's sake is F3. Only just for the extra effect on action support, but really having a QJ in and of itself is already a massive help to you if you're pushing onto the leaderboards like I am. Any other advice I can give? If you have a built Spas is great on defense. You obviously you want to have the taunt key. This guy doesn't have the taunt key. Where's the taunt key? This guy's a taunt key. You really want to push her to. Now this is, I believe, it's a level 40 key, so you need to push Spas up to level 40 and have all of the little, whatchamacallits, neural thingies bloody, what are they called? Name escapes me. You need all the conductors used on her to get to that key, but honestly, for the love of God, if you ever built Spas, build her up to the end of her helix if you haven't already, and get that key, slap her on the defense once she's sufficiently built and using her own signature weapon. While as with everything, there are ways for people to play around stuff. The taunt is a mighty good thing, especially if the attacking player screwed up their shield economy and cannot shield off the next turn of the taunt. Then you sort of put the player in check, and that's real nice for the AI to have over your attacker. Other than that, quite frankly, it's really just a race to level 60 just for fatter numbers, because ultimately, like, fatter numbers will have a stronger faring against weaker numbers. So if you're a level 60 account, then obviously you have a better chance of killing whoever's nipping at your heels. Other than that, for now, I have no other tips I want to immediately give. What I will say is, thanks for listening to me ramble for over an hour for nearly an hour and a half on a mode that you should not be malding and seething over. You can see my user ID on the screen here if you want to add me, though my friend list is kind of full, but if you want to reach out, that's one way. Otherwise, I'm available on Discord. I'm in the GFL2 community server right now, as we until the far future, where whatever the hell's happened to me. So you can actually still move to through Discord. Probably is the better option, quite frankly. Otherwise, that's my ID in the game. I do also say this. Can I say this stream is sponsored? I don't know. I'm not really sponsored, but technically speaking, I should take the opportunity to say that glory to the RNC, the only platoon approved by real lustrous globalists. And I do need to reveal some of my secrets. For the real lustrous globalists have access to a grand and old file that's only available to our platoon members. Apply to join the URNC today, and you too will have some excellent intel files if you too mauled and seethe quite a lot over military simulation, which no sane man should do. But if you want access to some marvelous intel files, go apply to join the URNC today. The only platoon approved by real lustrous globalists. And you can find a link to that in the platoon threads on the GFL2 server, or there's a Discord link in the description of this live stream if you want to just join the server directly that way. Anyway, that's all from me. My name is Forbidden Repudiator. This has been a mistake, but this should be a helpful guide to the insights of the inner workings and the inner mind melding of a rank, well, I guess currently rank 1, top of Dark Winter, numero uno. The inner workings of what a player like that must do and maintain to mold and seize and cope over being temporarily the top of everyone in their server. She'll be gone in a few hours' time, quite frankly, because I didn't walk into the server. I didn't walk into the new season with a full recharge of tickets. So quite frankly, it's going to be gone in a few seconds, or a few hours, or an hour. But god damn it, for a few brief moments, I was number 1. Was it worth it? Fuck no. But is it worth it to get so far ahead of the rat race / bell curve to not be attacked by as many randos, and therefore to maximize my chances of getting 50% plus rewards? Maybe. I'd argue spending 1 or 2 days worth of tickets recharging probably is. But it's also 1,000 class pieces, or really 1,500 today I've now spent on this season in total, that I'm not getting back. I've spent a 10 pull on this shit. I spent a bloody 10 pull. Should I have done that? No. If you wanted to subsidize me and my terrible decisions, there is a link to it in my Stream Elements page down below in the description. You can pay me. I would like some money, please. I would like to recoup this terrible mistake I've made. Anyway, glory to the URNC, and thanks for watching.